was a big call, that. Brad Smith in his first game, taking on Stephen King to start this last quarter. 10 points in at the umpire, throwing it up, which is interesting. Buckley couldn't get it one effectively. Davis's hand pass. O'Breeze held up. Umpire let it go on. I thought he'd blown the whistle. Was that a mark? No, play on again. Good strong work from Anthony Rocker. Really, he carved it up and broke it open. Mel Michael, one. Couldn't get the second by Scarlett. Watch out, son. He kicks it out of bounds. And it's over the line. Well, he's had his hands full today with Chris Tarrant.
Stuck to his guns pretty well, Tarrant.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? Even Anthony Rockett's attacking the footy, Robert.
Oh, it was enormous. Oh. He really wanted to get that footy, didn't he?
Yeah. This is my football. I'm going to get this.
Very open in this forward pocket. McGrath doing the ruck work. Harley just couldn't take it with him. And the ball up. The result. Interesting that King wouldn't go down and contest a ball up in this last line here. Instead, he's propped probably 30 metres away from this pack. So it's very attacking and aggressive by Geelong to do it, but maybe it gives Collingwood a chance with the height of Rocker. Graham fighting on, clearing kick. Atkins has been superb, couldn't hold on to that one. Riccardi got it out to Bizzle, who found some space for himself through centre half back. Stephen King, good looking kick. Mensch was high, but he just couldn't hang on to it. See, Richardson has improved a lot as a footballer, hasn't he? I reckon he's enjoyed his footy this year under Mick Malthouse, close to the boundary line, and now we see it go over from Orchard.
That's the one David Mensch had to really grab there, Robbo. I just thought the kick from King was pretty right there. David Mensch just had to catch that one.
He had a bigger third quarter though, Mensch. He
did, yeah.
Towards the end of that quarter.
Yep. Yet to take a mark in the game.
There's King breaking away again, and there is one of the players we talked about who should enjoy these conditions in Mark Orchard.
He could go to the far side where Freeborn had made good position, but he decides to go in the Anthony Rocker direction. Couldn't quite take the mark. Graham left it behind. Chance here for Davis. Tries to feed it out in the direction of Atkins. Gathered here by Kilpatrick, and he goes for the safety of the interchange bench. And nearly knocked over one of the Geelong officials there with that kick as Jason Snell comes onto the ground at the expense of, looked like it might have been Chapman that's come off the ground for Geelong. Sanderson, well done. Good positive play. Tried to get the hand pass to Kilpatrick. Can he keep it in? Oh, he is confronted by Williams. Now Riccardi. Chance for Clark. He's pretty quick. Throws it onto his boot up towards full forward. Still a chance. Gary Hocking gets back. Knocked away by Rupert Pathiris. Now Tarkin Lockyer kicks it off the ground. And a good clearance by the Magpies defence. Gets the ball very wide at left half forward for Geelong, about 75 to 80 metres around from their goal.
Looks like now Houlihan's got his third opponent. He started with Jakovic, I think, not Jakovic, sorry, Jakatina. And it looks like now it may be Batheris may have the job on him.
Boundary throw in. Bradley Smith standing up to what Michael Malthouse has thrown down at him. Bizzle gets through. Goal to Steinfort coming up for Geelong. Steinfort goes for goal. It hasn't been touched. It's a goal.
Free kick.
Against Hocking.
Oh, dear me.
They were grabbing each other, weren't they?
Two blokes having a tip. How do you say one infringes against the other? Well, the umpire sees fit to award the free kick to Lockyer. It was a goal to Steinfort, and that would have meant the margin would have been just 4 points. But instead, Collingwood will defend.
Robbo, you let them ones go. Two blokes pushing the shove in the goal square, let it go.
Look at that kick. Gee whiz, he couldn't afford to be centimetres out with that kick. Instead, Glenn Freeborn and Peter Riccardi, the contest has resulted in a boundary throw-in.
Gee, Putter was fired up there.
8-12 to 7-8. Collingwood lead by 10 points. Houlihan out wider. Clark close to the line once again in front of Nathan Buckley. That boundary umpire in that area of the ground will throw it in once again. Collingwood lead by 10 points. A lot of football still to be played in this match. If Geelong can pinch this, it would be a fantastic victory. On the other hand, Collingwood fighting hard to get their first victory in 7 weeks.
Houlihan did well to just hold on to it, but then he held on for a long time and gave it up in the end. Advantage paid, taken by Williams. Little deft kick to Rocker. So positive move forward here for Collingwood. Oh, great smother from Benny Graham. Now let's watch them go for the ball. Rocker did well to double back, but here came Riccardi to provide support and get the ball out, get it moving. Batheris couldn't get the handball through. Graham, terrific. Milburn might give it to Riccardi, who's a better kick. No, he's shepherded. Should have a shot. Does have a shot and kicks it. Oh, what a great kick. What a great run by the Cats.
It was always going to be a problem for Collingwood if 2 or 3 players stood up in the Geelong forward line when you only got 4 goals and Adam, one player kicked a lot of them. But now they've got 4 different goal kickers now.
Yeah, no doubt, Robert. We're at the smother there by Ben Graham. I mean, he smothered that ball probably 3 metres away from the kick from Anthony Rocker's a full-blooded kick which had a teammate down the ground on his own. Ben Graham, that was your goal.
Well, Darren Milburn, 9 possessions, but importantly, from those 9 possessions, he's kicked 2 goals. So the gauntlet being thrown down now with much vehemence by the Cats against the Magpies. Adkins gathers. Got the hand pass away, was it? Baines. Oh, David Mensch! Go for goal! No, hand pass. Snell! Left foot snap at goal. Has missed to the left. Jason Snell, a couple of behinds. 39 points. Collingwood led by 12 minutes into the third quarter. It is now a 3-point margin enjoyed by the Magpies.
You just wonder what Mick Malthouse can do now here. Anthony Rocker's been terrific down at centre-half forward. Did take the punt and put him into the ruck onto Stephen King to try and get King's influence out of the game.
Well, Mensch did well to contest. And Dougie, you talked about the 1%ers. I reckon that's where Geelong have got back in. I mean, obviously King and Hurlihan have been brilliant. Milburn influential. But we saw in that last few minutes the smothers that they did, the tackling, terrific.
Already in this quarter, 19 possessions to Geelong, 11 to Collingwood.
Well, he's clearly got the edge at every throw in and every ball up, Stephen King, at the moment. Oh, that's a great mark to Bizzle. He hurried in, he kicked it quickly. He looked for Hurlihan, who scored. Did he get it? He's been paid. I don't think he ever really controlled it, did he?
It's a gutsy effort by Houlihan. He was under enormous pressure on both angles, Robbo.
He paid the free kick. I think he might have paid the free kick.
I reckon he marked it.
Yeah, the umpire's actually motioning a push, so he's paid the free kick.
Yeah, he's paid in the back. I just didn't think he quite controlled it. See, oh, it was definitely touched.
Where's the push?
Well, where is the push?
Where's the free kick? There's no free kick there, surely, boys.
No, that's dreadful. That is dreadful, but Houlihan to kick 5 and put Geelong in front. And he's done it. The Cats are in front. Barely half an hour after they trailed by 39 points. Football.
Don't sound so surprised, Hutto.
Football is a funny game, Dougie.
Yeah, it is a funny game. If the Cats are to win this game, there's just a couple of blokes that really put their hand up here. Kilpatrick's been one, Stephen King, and this man Houlihan now has kicked 5 goals and been brilliant down there. And the Bizzle mark from nowhere, which is a great mark by Clint Bizzle. Bit of magic.
That was an ordinary free kick.
No free kick there, that's a joke.
If Mickey Malthouse was upset with the umpire at 3/4 time, how's he feel now?
Well, these players now have got to show a bit of character.
Yep.
They've led this game quite comfortably for most of the day. And now they have to hit back. Geelong control it. A contest at half forward. That's a push in the back. Davis. Oh, slick hands. Buckley. Wider to Adkins. Good kick again. Gets it all the way to the goal square. Tarrant dragged off the ball. Ben Graham. Little hand pass. Not too bad. Harley under pressure. Close to the line. Scarlett. Kilpatrick pushed over by Brown. Good play by Gavin Brown. At least it's still alive in the Collingwood forward pocket area, and certainly a chance for the Magpies to get a goal back to get that lead. 60 plays 63. Geelong lead by 3.
If the Magpies ever need their 2 senior players to stand up here, it's Williams and Buckley have to lead from the front once again.
Well, they've just got to get their hands on it. Leon Davis not able to get anywhere near the footy there. Bizzle, he's always been very, very busy. Away to Clark. Clark kicks the ball quickly towards half forward. Marcus taken here by Snell. He looks as though he's lifted his tempo a bit. Kicking towards full forward. Cameron Ling punched away. Ball to the front of the pack. Punched away by Steinfort. Gathered here by Lockyer. Collingwood can use the ball on the far side and go down the ground. O'Brien just holds up play momentarily. Now he goes in towards the half-forward area. Tarrant gets rid of Scarlett. Back goes Tarrant, gathers onto his left side. Hand pass, chopped off by King. Little left foot kick goes over eventually for a throw-in.
Geez, he's covered a fair bit of the ground here, Stephen King, particularly after half-time now. He's had 24 touches, 11 head-outs. He's been terrific in the ruck, the big fella King.
Josh Fraser sitting it out.
Oh, he's been unbelievable, King. He really has. Let's see if he wins this one. Well, not really. No one did. Didn't get clear from that sound. And Buckley trying to take them on himself. Got clear. Is this a goal? It would be a sensational one if it was. He missed everything. Out on the full and
just his ninth kick.
15 touches, Buckley. Steinford's had the jobs, had 14 touches.
Wasn't a great kick. Tough for Bizzle. Baines over the top. Close to the line. Graham took it out. Still a long way to go in this game. 13 minutes remaining. The Geelong forward line, which seemed incapable of kicking a goal in the third quarter early on, all of a sudden has kicked 8 goals, I think to 1. And in that time, they've now got in front. Kilpatrick has been superb. Gets it to the boundary. A bit too early for them to be defensive, but they've been anything but defensive in the last half an hour.
Baines off the ground and Wosley back on for Collingwood. Kilpatrick had 5 kicks and 3 hand passes in the first half. Since half-time, he had 6 kicks in the third quarter. He's had 3 so far in the early part of this last quarter. Milburn got the football. He's caught. He had a chance to get rid of it. Stephen King again gets the football onto his boot quickly and gets it 15 to 20 metres closer to the Geelong goal.
I know Robbo had a crack at the umpires there a fair bit today. Houlihan out of his 5 goals, 3 goals have come from free kicks. On the other hand, Collingwood had 3 goals too from free kicks. Freeborn, Williams and Tarrant, so fairly even there in that area.
Kilpatrick again. Absolutely clean bowled Wosley. Got to get down and get your hands on the football in the latter part of this game. They're all tired. Well done, Riccardi. Kilpatrick again. Kicks towards full forward. It's alive for the Cats. Kick off the ground, Mensch. Kick off the ground. He missed it. Gary Hocking, little kick. Here's a chance. David Clark, snapshot for goal. Is offline, out of bounds on the full. Free kick for Collingwood to be taken back there by Tarkin Lockyer. Very important now that the disciplines that the coaches put into place during the week just have to come out now, and whichever team is the better drill, you would think, will come out on top. Lockyer goes straight across the goal at which he's defending, finds Jackatine, he goes short and finds Buckley.
Milburn running with Buckley at the moment. So
Good kick,
great kick onto the wing to Brad Smith, who's got away from King for the minute. He's got a short on with Adkins. No, he's going to go long. No, he goes short onto the wing instead. Lockyer running down from defence. And they've held onto it pretty well to get it right down to Adkins, who pushed wide. The lead comes. There's some space in front of Williams. The kick is a little proppy. McGrath did well. Mensch getting back. Good support from his defenders, but not a good kick.
Well done. He played this well, this kick.
It's a vacant square. Goes for home. Into the square. Tarrant was very high. McGrath. Will he concede? No, he keeps it alive.
Very important for O'Brien.
Yeah, maybe he should have conceded the behind. O'Brien tried to get it back to Buckley, who could score from there. He could score from there. Will he score? Will he score?
Goal to Buckley!
Goal!
Free kick. Again. No, it's not. It's a goal.
Back in front.
This game had nothing, did it?
Oh, it hasn't come alive.
An hour when Collingwood dominated and had led by 39, and now all of a sudden we've got plenty to shout about.
That's not much different to Gary Hocken's situation down the other end, really. 2 players having a go at each other. We mentioned this is the bloke that needed a big lift. That was a great captain's goal by Nathan Buckley. Terrific goal by him.
Oh, wouldn't you love to be a coach, Doug?
I'll tell you what, Robbo, the McGrath kick from the fence there was not the right option. He had 3 players on their own, and he found a Collingwood player in the middle of them.
Bradley Smith has done reasonably well. A couple of important touches. Tarrant not able to mark. Scarlett taken away by Milburn. Kick is rather ineffectual. Bradley Smith over the top. Buckley trying to lift. O'Brien's been good. Wosley squeezes a kick, important, and Mo mark. Jukovic, Sanderson. Intensity has lifted enormously. And the kick has been put down the throat of Glenn Freeborn.
They've got loose men everywhere. They've been manned up now.
Go for goal. Get back there, Collingwood, and provide something. Oh, he hooks the kick. He's done it well. Brown not able to mark. Kicked away by McGrath. Williams and Brown. Williams and Brown. Brown hand pass. Goal to Anthony Rocker. Misses to the left.
They've lifted though, Collingwood, haven't they, the last few minutes?
Have they what? The senior players.
5 points he's kicked.
He's kicked 5 points, Anthony Rocker. How's Gavin Brown once again? His hands under enormous pressure was just first class by the ex-skipper Gavin Brown. Terrific play by Brownie.
Well, you think when the close finishes are around, it's the more experienced players that do come to the fore.
They just steady done that, Robert. Yeah. They know they've been there before. They've been to the battle and know what to do at the right time.
Still 10 minutes to go. Listen to the
look at the kick. Look at the kick.
It was a beauty. And it hit Riccardi. So the Cats from full-back to half-forward from 2 kicks. And here's Houlihan, a long way from home. Wheeling around onto his right. Didn't go for King. Went, and that might have been out on the full. It was. So Houlihan has been great today. Just let himself down there.
Gee, Stephen King had plenty of space.
He did. I thought Riccardi was going to take on Bradley Smith on that wing. I mean, Bradley Smith could have probably nearly stepped him and took him on.
So Smith at half-back. He can switch play with O'Brien. Decides not to. Goes along the wing. Oh, Tarrant was very early. Good work. Cats should move forward here. Oh, trouble for Mitch. Just got a fist to it.
Caught with the ball.
He didn't get a fist to it.
It was actually a pretty good tackle front on by Tarrant.
Because he's strong, isn't he?
Very
strong body-wise.
Yeah, good
That's
call.
That's a strong tackle.
Yeah, good call. Williams.
Oh, great effort.
Brown.
It's Brown. He's marked it.
Made the mark.
Yep. Well, I reckon he touched it and then he took it to the ground in front of him.
Well, they've opened it up, Collingwood, haven't they? All of a sudden, Milburn goes behind. Doesn't go behind. Now it does. Milburn off the left. Around the boundary. Mrs. McGrath gets the line. Collingwood by 4. Still 9 minutes to go. A frenetic last quarter at the MCG.
Just Gavin Brown, I mean, gee whiz. Only been a great player for many years. I mean, he's had a lot of injuries. I reckon he would have been one of the greatest wingmen of all time if he was left to be able to play on that wing.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Doug. I think he's a great leader, and with everything he does, if players can just take a leaf out of his book. Sanderson knocks the ball to the boundary line. That was deliberate, but the umpire maybe gave him the benefit of the doubt because he knocked it from a long way away. There's Gavin Brown, one of the great leaders in football over the last 10 years. And still flying the flag very nicely for the Magpies. Bradley Smith beaten for it on this occasion by King. Down to Anthony Rocker. Rocker, a high kick. Brown at the back, couldn't take the mark. McGrath plays for the safety of the boundary line, and we'll see it thrown in about 30 metres around from the Collingwood goal. The crowd here at the MCG, they didn't have much to shout about, not the Geelong supporters anyway in the first half. It was 6-7 to 1-7 at half-time. But since about halfway through the third quarter, there's been life brought into this game by a surge of goals from Geelong. Bradshaw now will kick them into their forward half of the ground.
Good contest, Snell versus Orchard. The loose one. Collingwood, Wosley attacked it. Great stuff. Rocker, Freeborn, clean picker. Got the handball, Buckley, crossed the body, all Geelong.
Oh, he's off.
He was off. I don't think he was off. He went straight backwards.
Oh, you don't give the bloke 50 metres for that.
That's unfair. He would have played on if Brown hadn't been there.
You're right, Hutto.
He went straight back.
He was going, Hutto. He was going.
Get the camera on the coach now.
Yeah, I think he is. He was gone.
He was taken off. He moved off the line.
He had, you're right. Yep. Scholl gets it to half forward, almost the mark. Snell, brilliant work. Kept it alive. Kilpatrick, big forward thrust. Good mark. That's Jackatine back
there. There he is. Look. Oh! Oh, dear me.
Craig Jackatine gets Freeborn, who's a long way from home where he's been playing. Up forward, he takes them on, takes young Ling on, and just gets the kick away onto the wing. No mark there. Buckley
did well.
Steinford was right there with him. He did well also. And 8 minutes to go and counting.
This is why we love this game, guys. This is a great game. Now look at Mickey Moldhouse. He's pumped up.
Well, they're playing for high stakes, aren't they? Very high stakes. I mean, we're still a fair way away, but you can see that these two teams see the importance of winning the game against an opposition that are going to be fighting for one of those spots in the lower part of the 8. Paul Williams there. They're just, well, both sides desperately searching for another goal. Geelong to get the front, Collingwood to maybe give them a little bit of breathing space. There's no breathing space really in this match right now. Bradley Smith gets the front spot away from Stephen King. Sanderson just allows the ball to trundle over for another boundary throw, and it's been forced about 10 or 12 metres closer to the Collingwood goal. And Bradley Smith again. Well, he'll have to stand up now for these last 7.5 minutes. King, who was so good for Geelong, gets it down in the direction of Kilpatrick. Lucuria from behind just creates a dispute there between he and Clark, at which the umpire has decided he will throw it in the air.
He's been a bit more competitive, Smith, though, hasn't he, in the last few minutes?
Yep. Now the ball spilling free. Kicked off the ground by Wasley. It's been marked by Sanderson. He's looking urgently down the ground. He's spotted a player on his own. That is Steinfort. Got away from Buckley. Steinfort wheels around. Kicks the ball into half forward. Marking contest. Again, Minch couldn't take it. Snell at the front. Kicked away there by Clark. Back towards the forward pocket area. Chance there for Minch. Little tap on. Riccardi will kick a goal, won't he? Peter Riccardi misses to the left. Oh, I tell you what. They are wasting some chances. That was a very difficult one for Peter Riccardi. But if a Geelong side are to win this match, they'll pinch the game because they trailed miserably by 39 points halfway through the third quarter. But by gee, they're in the contest, and maybe Peter Riccardi should have nailed that.
Orchard marks the kick in. Buckley had led out to the wing, but he decides to bring it back into Lucuria. 6.5 minutes remaining.
Look at bloke out here on his own.
The tension is incredible at the MCG. Has been probably for the last 30 minutes or so. Milburn knocked it forward. Good knock to Bizzle. Handball just slightly missed the target. Recovered though by Kilpatrick. Straight up and under Clark's kick. Tough one for Snell. Richardson the spoiler. If Cats got numbers at the ground, they have. Bizzle kept it up. Kilpatrick trying to get space. Clark, it's a scrappy kick. And Jackatine takes it. And now the Pies can swing it out wide. Williams, he's a long way from home. Buckley will be the target. Buckley will be the target. Milburn looked behind him. Milburn did well. Ling just overran it. Goes again, Cameron Ling. He's a big roost of a kick, but he decides to handball. Hocking has a look around. He's got a couple of loose men. It's at half forward for the Cats. Long kick, Sanderson. Houlihan stayed up. Mitch went down. Should kick a goal.
He's missed.
He's missed.
In the back.
He got shoved, but it was all fair, no doubt about that. Oh, how could he miss? He just didn't know the Collingwood player was that close behind him.
I know, I think he had a bit of Captain Cook, didn't he? He had a bit of a look around.
You're getting all these Geelong supporters excited calling a free kick here.
Yeah, that was the problem there, Doug. He's just had a bit of a peep and just...
Didn't he? Had a peep.
He should have just kicked it. He had his chance just to bang it through.
He looked to the right, but the tackler was coming from the
other
left.
side, yeah. You're
You
right,
reckon when you're 50 metres from the line, Richard, you just go for home.
Just bang him.
The kick in for Collingwood has been taken by Mark Orchard. Could we get a draw? 2 points the margin in favour of the Magpies. We've got 5.5 minutes left. Paul Lucuria kicks it out towards the wing. In front of the feet there of Paul Williams. Didn't he do well? Didn't he do exceptionally well, Paul Williams? Then kicks it to the forward 50. Marking contest at the front of the pack. Buckley, left foot kick by Nathan Buckley. Oh, well blocked by Brown, but it really advantaged McGrath. Kick off the ground. Kilpatrick, still a contest at half forward. Gathered there by Bathiris. Missed his target in Lucuria. Little kick, very, very, very intelligent. Tried to find Atkins. Scholl didn't have the ball. Should be paid the free kick and is.
And runs off half back. Through the middle, he's got Riccardi on his own. Riccardi, will he go long for Houlihan? Almost got from behind. Buddha hooking! Oh, he's taken the mark! Oh, he's had an indifferent afternoon. And he has stood up and taken the mark. And now he has to go back and kick a goal. Hey, Robbo, we've got another match to call tonight.
I've been thinking about that for about the last 45 minutes, Hutto.
You can do plenty of the calling tonight.
It was actually going quite nicely, Collingwood controlling this match, but Geelong getting back into it.
What a kick from Hocking.
Gary Hocking has kicked the goal.
He's done it.
Oh, wow,
race at the MCG.
Doug, I think at three-quarter time we discussed maybe the aspect of the weather.
The dry
Just
track.
drying out a bit.
Yep.
The breeze maybe not quite as fierce. Geelong seemed to have taken to that a little bit better than they did when it was raining earlier.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Robbo. They certainly may work something out today. We have that maybe they are dry trackers and not wet trackers.
Again, tremendous leadership qualities from Gary Hockey. Experienced well over 200 games for the Cats. He's marked and kicked the goal. Importantly for Geelong, with 4 minutes left, they now lead by 4 points. So the umpire prepared to throw the ball in the air. King gets it away from the centre, clearance towards half forward, left behind, taken there by Licuria, just throws it onto his left boot. You'd back Geelong here, they've got the momentum. Stephen King continues to force the ball forward for Geelong, and he finds a boundary throw-in about 65 metres around from the Geelong goal. There's the crowd, 34,500 people here. They've got an average crowd, these two clubs, of approximately 30,000, and they certainly have given us some excitement since halfway through the third quarter. Geelong lead by 4, 71 plays 67, and Adam Houlihan has kicked 5 of Geelong's 10 goals.
Free kick to Williams, hanging on against Sanderson. 3.5 minutes remaining. Collingwood trailing now by 4 points. Williams goes to Buckley. Tarrant didn't take it. Milburn, high tackle. High tackle on Darren Milburn.
And Josh Foe's just come on, sorry boys, for the Pies. Is it too late? Strange to leave it so late.
Well, he got cut up by King in the third quarter, Aussie, so I guess not that surprising, but yeah, maybe he could have come on earlier.
Hasn't this bloke been terrific, Hutto? Steinford on Buckley.
Yeah, and I think they've used Milburn on Buckley as well in this in the third and last quarter, just to help him out a bit.
Milburn's been very good as well.
Time clock says 27 minutes. Now, the players don't know there's still 3 minutes remaining. The Cats can't afford to just hold on to the footy forever and a day. Scarlett not sure what to do with it. Kicks it high to half forward. Bizzell provided the contest. Orchard kept it alive. And it's over the line and out of bounds. 2 minutes 35 now remaining.
The thing is, the players right now, they're all very tired. They get weary, so the skills drop off a little bit. And you have to think that Geelong hold the advantage from that point of view. It's going to be a bit of an Indian arm wrestle, you would think, the last 2 or 3 minutes. And it's going to take some good fortune for Collingwood to get down to within scoring range. And even then, whoever gets it has got to kick accurately for them to get back in front. The ball is in the forward half of the ground, favouring Geelong. And their fans, well, they had nothing to chant about in the first half, but by gee, they've got plenty to chant about now. And you can see there just a little error between O'Brien and Lockyer, when earlier in the game everything was going in their favour for Collingwood, and the spillage there again has created another boundary throw-in. Barry Richardson, chairman of selectors at Geelong, helping out Mark Thompson. Fraser couldn't get away. King again, a very important possession again by Stephen King. Umpires found a free kick. It's going to Collingwood. Now they've got to take the punt here. There's only 2 minutes left, and they've got to really control the ball. Mark Orchard breaks to the far side, and that's the direction they go in. He's got no one really to kick to.
Corridor.
He goes very, very wide and kicks it out of bounds.
Now, Robbo, the players must be aware of the fact the game's coming towards an end. You've got to come back down through the corridor there. No good going out wide. They must be aware of the 28-minute mark. You have a look around when you're out there playing. Gee whiz.
Were you aware when you were watching?
I had a Captain Cook. I did. I knew the game was tight, Robbo. I always have a bit of a look to see where we were at.
1 minute 50 to go. King another decisive knock. O'Brien versus Kilpatrick. Important contest won by Kilpatrick. Full forward Hocking and Jacatine. Out of bounds. I think Geelong would be happy with the out of bounds rather than the point. 1 minute 39 as Gary Hocking just rubbed where he was being held onto, or where he said he was being held onto. 1 minute 36. A goal here would win the game for the Cats. They're in attack. The ball thrown in. Lockyer, well tackled by Harley. That could be out on the... No, it bounces. And was he caught high? It's just out of bounds. They're going down like 9 pins there. 1 minute 25. Adam Houlihan, who single-handedly got Geelong back in the game in the third quarter, went to ground. 1 minute 25, as you can see. They're still deep in attack. Mensch, Hocking, Snell was strong at it. Collingwood need to get it out of there. Snell, Houlihan trying to kick another one, but he's just succeeded in giving it to Worsley and giving Collingwood a chance. Hocking was desperate. Collingwood need to keep it up and keep it alive. They might get another chance. There's a minute left on the clock. Bizzle! Oh, he specialises in those. Couldn't take the mark. Went over the top of it. Steinford, they're tired. Stephen King, it would be fitting if he had have kicked a goal, but it won't happen, so Collingwood will get one more chance. Out on the full, 49 seconds remaining. 49 seconds. Collingwood have got to take the ball the length of the ground and try and get a goal.
Got to go down the gut, simple as that.
Very hard now. Very, very difficult. The kick in, taken by Freeborn to O'Brien. And attempted mark by Richardson. Bizzle gathers. Hand pass back. This bloke has dominated, hasn't he?
Great,
absolutely
King.
Dominated. Stephen King kicks to the goal line. Taken by Jackatine. They can come this side of the ground.
Down the middle.
And his kick is very wide. Missed its target. Will it stay in? Yes, it does. Gathered here by Lucuria. Tries to get past. The Shepherd has been affected. Lucuria's kick up towards half forward. Mark taken by Graham. That's a ball game defence. That's it.
That's a ball game, Robbo.
That's it. That was the chance that Collingwood had. And on that occasion, Anthony Rocker was behind his opponent. And the captain of Geelong has got the ball. He'll allow the seconds to tick away. He goes to the far side. Again, a good kick. And Milburn has marked. And Geelong have miraculously got out of this game after trailing by 39 points. Halfway through the third quarter, Geelong have won by 4.
Character building wing for the Cats, and there's Barry Stoneham, his testimonial dinner tonight. I suspect that'll be a pretty big night.
Big night in town.
For the Cats. They've got home today 10-11-71 to 9-13-67.